Well, I have now had the unfortunate pleasure of watching the Star Wars Holiday Special for the third, and I hope, final time for this video. It is regarded as some of the worst Star Wars ever made, which I agree with. Not even George Lucas is a fan of this. And, to celebrate Christmas this year, I figured I'd make a video on the holiday special, so I hope you enjoy. But first, what's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and welcome to a Christmas video. If you like these videos, then please consider liking and subscribing and hitting the notification bell, as tomorrow I will be doing a video on Life Day, on Christmas Day. Without further ado, let's get to the video. How the holiday special came into being. In the twilight of 1977, Star Wars-themed segments on shows like Donnie and Marie and The Richard Pryor Show aided in the sale of tickets for Star Wars, which was still in theaters at the time. And to top it all off, CBS had suggested to Lucasfilm to create a Star Wars variety special, and George Lucas thought it would sustain interest in Star Wars till The Empire Strikes Back came out. So, Gary Smith and Dwight Hemian were brought on as producers, but due to their having other projects on their hands as well, they hired Ken and Mitzi Welsh as producers. Leonard Rips and Pat Proft met with George Lucas for a day, where the three developed the story. A discarded idea for Star Wars was to have the film begin in a Wookiee home, with the bulk of the movie being told to a Wookiee kid from its parents, or by its parents. The writers were also allowed access to a collection of Lucas's notes on Wookiee culture. David Akomba would serve as director. He showed Lucas a Cosmic Christmas, an animated film made by Nelvana. Lucas liked their animation style and asked them to work on a segment for the special. Clive A. Smith wrote an 11-minute story. He and Lucas then streamlined the story. Lucas was only able to attend a few production meetings as he was busy with The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars producer Gary Kurtz said in 2014 about the special, quote, "It did start out to be a lot better with a different script. We had half a dozen meetings with the TV company that was making it. In the end, because of work on promoting Star Wars and working on the next film, we realized we had no time. So we just left it to them and just had the occasional meetings with them, provided them with access to props and the actors, and that was it." Close quote. After the first draft of the script by Rips and Proft, based on Lucas's notes, which had little to no violence as the special was geared for a family audience, was completed, it was given to Bruce Vilanch, who didn't know how to write for characters who didn't speak English, and so added all the variety aspects of the special. Son Dan was also created at this point to help bridge things for the audience. Dan was based on an early concept of Lando Calrissian as a trader on Kashyyyk. Then, Ken and Mitzi Welsh took their turn at the script and made major alterations. Lucas would later say of the special, quote, "It just kept getting reworked and reworked, moving away into this bizarre land. They were trying to make one kind of thing, and I was trying to make another, and it ended up being a weird hybrid between the two. I'm not sure either position would have worked on its own, but by combining them." Close quote. By May 1978, the script was in the early story treatment, and in September, the teleplay had reached the fourth draft. They began filming in August of 1978 with a budget of just over $1 million. Akomba left the project due to inexperience directing TV and difficulties with Ken and Mitzi Welsh. Steve Binder was brought on to direct, but the project was over budget, so they had to use cheap things to finish the film, or the special. Binder was unable to edit due to scheduling conflicts, and so the producers edited the special, but they didn't have any experience editing. The Star Wars Holiday Special aired in the United States November 17th, 1978, and was watched by an estimated 13 million people. The story. Chewbacca's family, his wife Mala Tobuk, or Mala, Lumpawaru, Lumpy, his son, and his father Atachuk, or Itchy, await his arrival for Life Day. But the Empire has blockaded Kashyyyk due to suspected rebel activity, and this makes Chewie's return difficult. Mala contacts Luke and Leia to inquire of Han and Chewie, and they tell him, oh, he's on his way. So on dawn arrives bearing Life Day gifts. For Lumpy, he gives him a transmitter. For Mala, a device to play music. And Itchy, a tape of adult content for his pleasure, I guess we'll say. Throughout, the viewer is subjected to hellish visuals in a circus performance, a band performance, and a segment on Tatooine for some reason. Imperials arrive at the Wookiee residence and search for rebel signs. Lumpy uses his transmitter to call the imps away. Chewie and Han arrive and take out the remaining trooper. Lumpy watches a cartoon of Luke rescuing Han and Chewie from Boba Fett. They celebrate Life Day, Princess Leia sings a song, and the special ends with Chewie's family around the dinner table saying grace. Or something equivalent. And that is the holiday special, and some background to it. It sounds like it was a tumultuous production, hence the nightmarish special. It does have a few interesting things. I think the premise of a holiday in Star Wars is not a bad idea, and to learn more about Wookiee culture is a good idea. However, I think that it was just poorly executed, and it just ended up being boring and hard to follow in some areas, and just not fun to watch. Well, I think that's it about the holiday special. Tomorrow's video, like I said earlier, will cover Life Day to get you in a festive mood. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and until tomorrow, thanks for watching.